All right, so this is where we come to now. 9 teams in each conference. Again, play-in, wild card, whatever you want to call it, best of 3, whatever. It means that we now have to make picks with 9 teams in each conference. We have to do
Are we doing the picks on this show or on the bonus show?
I think we have to do them on this show. I think we have to do them
I have my list prepared. Now, Morgan will have to add hers after the fact. But
she better send them. She can't. I don't want to get them on Monday. And she's like, oh, well, I forgot. And then she has a game of information that we don't have.
If she's not in by kickoff on Saturday, null and void.
No, absolutely no.
Nick, do you have yours prepped?
Let's bring in Mr. Soup and Sausage.
What?
No.
You're the producer. You're the one telling us all day long to get our picks ready.
Nick is the kid in first period. He's writing his paper 5 minutes before the bell rings.
Right now. So just blank sheet.
Do we need to do another topic and come back to this so you can be ready?
I'm not prepared either.
Oh, good
Lord. At the end.
What, do you guys have another job or something?
I could spitball this. I really could. I could spitball this.
Oh, yeah. That's just what the listeners want to hear. Your half-hearted attempt at producing a segment.
No. I'm not half-hearting this. I mean, I have my teams I like, but
at least I had the good decency 15 minutes before we started to jot names on a paper.
Look, I have thoughts. I just haven't put them into like a concrete format.
I have thoughts. Jason Davis story.
Okay, Jared. Who's the 9th seed in the East?
Oh, we're doing it that way.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. What I don't like going first is because I've done my list, and you guys are just going to use me to bounce your own things, and that is bullshit.
I'll go first. Do you want me to go first? All right. I got at number 9. And this, look, again, this is Major League Soccer, so these are guaranteed to be wrong, right? The smartest soccer people on the planet watch this league go, no.
Well, what's a good percentage if you get right out of this?
Out of the 9, a good percentage. I think
20%.
If you get 4 out of 9, you're doing really
Wait, are you talking about right in terms of just they're in the 9 or actually getting the right place?
Oh, if you get the right place, I mean that's
what I was going by with 20%. I think you're right, closer to 50, 60% if you get the right teams.
50 or 60% is killing it in Major League Soccer, I think. All right, number 9, I got Atlanta as my 9 seed in the Eastern Conference. I can't figure out how to put them any higher based on who's out in the East.
I'll tell you a secret. I don't have them in the 9.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, you have them higher?
My number 9, and this might be a surprise for folks. I'm going NYCFC. I just think that I think they're going to continue to move down from 2 years ago when they won the championship. They keep losing pieces. I don't know that.
I don't think that's indefensible. I think that's defensible.
I think I do think they get a bounce back when that stadium actually comes back, when it actually does get completed and everything. But
the CEO of the club said that they're targeting 2027 for that.
Awesome.
So they might have to wait a little while.
After the World Cup. They're going to capitalize on that World Cup push.
I mean, it's New York. You got to get union guys. It's a whole thing. All right, go
Nicky
ahead,
Soup and Standings. What's your number 9?
Man, 9 teams. I made the joke on Twitter this week that if you don't make the playoffs in Major League Soccer, you might as well drop down to USL. I'll go Charlotte.
Is that a joke?
You have Charlotte making it. Wow. Okay.
Dude, Charlotte last year was 9th, and they finished just 6 points off the playoff line.
I know, but you added Nashville.
They had a chance at the end.
They signed a striker, so they should have some more goals in them. Enzo Copetti. You know what?
All right.
I left Charlotte out. Maybe that's an oversight.
I don't have Charlotte in my list.
I think I got a couple. I got a couple that I might surprise. Okay, we'll see.
My number 8. Yes. My number 8.
Oh wait, am I going first again, or you?
We can just rotate with whatever,
okay. Go ahead.
My number 8, and this, you guys may not have them in your list, but I still think that there's components there, and I believe that the coach in this second season can potentially put some stuff together. I'm going Toronto FC.
Okay. You don't have to sell me on
the Italian connection is there, and I'm
going to surprise you with that. Okay, go ahead.
Elements,
Wait, Nick, you want to go next? You want me to go next?
You can go.
Okay, I've got Columbus at 8.
I do not
have
them
Wilfred
in my 9.
Nancy getting them into the playoff or getting them into the play-in game.
I don't know first year. This team is ready.
I mean, there's going to be an adjustment, but they have talent. I think he's a really good coach. He's a really good coach.
Nicky, number 8.
Man, I will do.
He does not have a name written down. He's
I don't have a name. I'm looking at last year's standings.
Dude's got more wings than KFC.
KFC doesn't have wings.
It's a bad reference.
They have wings
KFC.
attached to every like.
Got to go more wings than Wingstop.
Not wings
Wingstop.
like you're thinking wings like
B-dubs.
buffalo wings. I'm thinking wings like the actual wing.
Okay.
Okay.
You're like, you want, okay, I see. Never mind.
All right.
They're attached to the thighs.
I know what you're saying.
I'm gonna go.
Sometimes I buy wings and they're the big ones, the big wings,
Yeah.
the actual wing, like you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
go
not the
Red
buffalo
Bulls.
wings.
Red Bulls. Ooh, I kind of believe in Red Bulls this year. They're going
So
to be
do
a little
I.
bit higher
Kinda
for me.
believe in them. Kind of believe in them.
I don't know if Nick is allowed to believe in the Red
Number
Bulls
7.
as a Cincinnati fan.
Number 7.
first.
I'll go first.
No.
I'll go first.
Oh,
Okay.
I got Nashville at number 7. Back in the East. I think I might be underselling them just a little bit, but I don't know. I think unless Mukhtar goes off.
One thing I'm interested to see is what happens when Walker Zimmerman doesn't have Dave Romney. That has been a very good combination in the back for defensively for Nashville for a few years.
Who they
So,
replace him with? Who they
I'm
signed?
not sure. I'm not sure who they replaced him with, but that was a combo that looked really good for the last 3 years. Nick, number 7.
I'll go Miami.
I took the Wilfred Nancy Liss Montreal. I think they still make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna be quite as good as they were last year without him. You don't think they're gonna be that good at all? You don't even have him in your list, Jason. They still had the pieces
Do not.
No, they
to
don't.
threaten last year.
I
They
don't
lost
think they fall
Jordy. They lost
completely out.
Tony. They
As-
lost
as-
Johnston.
They
lost
did.
their
They sold
coach.
those guys. But I think Wanyama being there. Look, they do have 112-year-old Kamara. Why am I blanking on his name?
Is that where he ended
Kamara?
up?
No, not Kamara. Why am I blanking right now?
What
Who am I
position?
talking about?
Kai Kamara?
Kai Kamara. Yeah, Kai Kamara. He's there. Yes.
I think in your
Yeah,
head
I'm
you were
right.
thinking Ole Kamara too.
I
like you're
was.
getting
I was
confused,
like,
but-
I psyched myself out with the Ole Kamara thing. No, Kai Kamara is their starting center forward right now. And
Hey,
again, he's
Kai
112
Kamara
years
will
old.
always get you 6 goals a year, maybe 10.
He might get 10, but that they need more. So by the way, it's Jack Mayer who's going to start next to Walker Zimmerman.
Yeah, no Mihalovic either. That's a good point too.
Yeah. They sold
So
Mihalovic.
Montreal last year, second place in the East, 65 points.
Yeah.
I mean, ninth place last year was 42. That's a 25-point drop off. Is that possible with Montreal?
Sure it is.
I don't know.
I think it is.
You don't have him in your playoffs. You're not
I
going to pick him,
don't.
Nick.
Yeah, I don't have him in there.
It was hard for me not to put him in.
But that's the thing. There are other clubs. I'm like, I can't leave them out. I can't leave them out. I can't leave them out. So
Everybody makes the playoffs.
So the part, it's not though. That's the thing. There's too many damn teams. 29 of
Well,
them.
I can't wait
All
till
right.
Nick picks St. Louis then, because
Are
everybody's
we at number
making it.
6 now? We've all done 7.
We
We're
are
at
at 6.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
I will say NYCFC.
Okay. All right. I'll just chime in that I also have them at number 6.
I have Miami at the 6. I think they're going to do decent. I'm not sure if they're really going to push up in that upper echelon.
I'm probably sleeping on Miami. I don't have Miami in. I probably need to figure out if
I
For
mean,
some
you
reason,
forget
I
they were
think
a
they were
playoff team
actually.
last year.
I think they were actually figuring stuff out towards the end of the season last year.
Yeah, it's Joseph Martinez. How many goals does he have in him?
And plus, in the second half of the season, they're going to have Messi.
By the way, if that happens, we're coming back and redoing all this.
If that happens, why do you think I got this in here,
Jared is
baby?
smart. He's a genius. I got him 7th. So
Damn it, man, that's funny. Oh, damn it.
They lose Pozuelo. They lose.
They
Higuain.
need Pozuelo.
Higuain. But Higuain needed to go. I mean, he put a few good goals in for them.
I don't think Pozuelo fit in that team. I just don't think. I mean, obviously, very good player in Toronto, but I don't think he.
Do we
fits in
not
that
give
team.
Phil Neville enough credit?
It's tough. He walked into a shit show. He did.
I mean,
you know?
that
He did.
team got all those
No, I think he's a
regulations
decent
put
coach.
against
He's a
them.
decent coach.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously doesn't know how to toe the MLS line.
I'm taking a flyer or two.
See that walk back? You see that walk back this week?
What happened? Oh yeah, well, yeah. And by the way, could
He
you
wasn't
be
wrong.
softer into Miami? I mean, but this is not a thing that only MLS
Oh.
teams do. Everybody in
athletic
world
stuff?
football does this nonsense where they ban a reporter because they didn't like something. Stop it, you babies. Stop
Pablo Maurer had a tattoo they didn't agree with.
it. Okay, what's up? What's next?
So we're at 5.
I did my 6. You guys all do 6? Okay, 5 for me. That's where I've got Orlando. I think Orlando's going to do okay. You know, I think they.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I'm
I got
taking some
Orlando in
flyers.
there.
I got Red Bull at 5.
Okay.
I think
Nick?
Van Zier's going to score goals, and that's what they needed last year. They would have been.
So I'm guessing then you don't have Orlando in yours then if they're not there by now, right?
That's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
It's not what I said.
All right.
No.
Nicky Soup and
I said I'm taking
standings.
Flyers.
All right, I will take Atlanta here.
Wow, that's
Atlanta?
real high for Atlanta.
You know it's not Atlanta. Like this is Atlanta, like in Georgia.
Hey,
That's high, man.
Carlos Bocanegra still at the helm, Atlanta.
Garth
Like,
Lagerwey at the helm. In
Okay,
Atlanta.
I think Garth Lagerwey needs time though. I think he will
Sure.
figure it out.
I
But
just think
man,
they're very mix and match and like. They
but
don't
maybe
really
maybe
go
having
together.
Joseph Martinez not there, like that's an anchor for them, both in a good and a bad
I'll tell
way
you what,
over the years.
I'll tell you
Maybe
what,
that's a
it
good thing
matters
for
a
them.
lot how good Miles Robinson is off the injury. That matters a lot.
They get Guzan back. Is he still around?
Still
Or he
around.
retire?
No, still
I
there.
don't think he retired.
So he'll be back.
Did you hear about a retirement for Brad
I
Guzan?
just couldn't remember. It's been so. I mean, he had that big. I think it was the Achilles injury, right?
The big signing is Giacomakis.
1, 2, 3. Number 4 for me. This is where I got Nashville. I think Nashville comes in from the West last year. They were a good team in the West. I don't know if they can get that same production, goal scoring up front. And I also don't know what that means for that, like I said, that pairing of Zimmerman and Romney. But
Okay,
I
this is
still
funny.
think that they were tested pretty hard in the West last year and did
That
well.
was pretty funny, Vince. I'll give you credit for that. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good, Vince. Only
You better
only
say it for the
visual.
podcast, folks.
No, only the video is gonna get that one. You gotta watch the video to get what Vince just threw up on. That's pretty good. All right, Nick, are you
Number
going
4.
for number 4 here?
All right. I will take Cincy.
Oh, I was just going to say, none of us have said Cincy yet.
Told
I
you,
think
I'm-
you're sandbagging your
I'm
team a bit.
surprised. I'm going Toronto at number 4.
Ooh.
I know defensively they have to figure a lot out, but I think Hedges makes a difference. Sean Johnson makes a difference. The Italians are going to score goals.
Yeah.
They're going to score a lot of goals in Major League
And
Soccer.
I think Michael Bradley can still play a more subdued version of himself, but I think he's on the way out still.
He's
But
gonna ping balls all over the place. He needs a little bit of cover there, but
and also, who bets against Bob Bradley in MLS? I mean,
Yeah.
like the dude figures it out
he'll
eventually.
figure it out. He'll figure it out. I think Michael Bradley was better last year than people give him credit for. Obviously, it's a bad team and they had a bad season, but I give him.
All right,
I'll give
number
him a pass.
3, numero tres. I have. This is where I put New Rebels. I think they're going to have
Wow.
a pretty good season, man. I think they are poised. They got a lot of
Big-
young youth. They got young
Bear-
youth.
big fan
They have a
of
lot of youth
Gerhard.
out there.
You like Gerhard, huh? You're a Gerhard
Not
like.
man, so much. I just love disco ponies.
I have Orlando at number 3.
Okay, I think that's a
I
decent
mean,
shout.
I believe in Oscar. I believe in Poppy, and I think that they went out and they spent some money, some smart money, and they got some nice
Yeah.
pieces.
yeah.
So we shall see.
I think they're interesting in that they're not going after the flashy players. There's no Nani. There's no not Pato. Yeah, it was Pato that was there, wasn't it?
Pato
Yeah,
was
Pato.
there,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
not
kind
going.
of there.
Yeah,
He wasn't
they're not
really
going
there.
after
Kinda-
any of those names. They're just trying to find good, solid pieces. And if you think about
Yeah.
Tepereja at Dallas, same way he operated there. Like didn't go splash cash. I think Ferreira may have been the best player they had. Ferreira's dad that he ever had there. So I think it's interesting, and I believe in Oscar Pereira to build a team. Nicky?
I'm going Toronto. At 3.
Toronto at
Oh,
3.
okay.
I think
You gotta
having the
be behind
Italians
me.
for the full season will be good. I think they're
Yeah,
going
it's
to outscore a
Bob
lot of
Bradley
teams.
factor, man.
Can we just go ahead and get the kicking and screaming poster done now for the Italians, if that's possible?
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that already?
Yeah, have
Get
that
the
in the
ball to
bank
the
for when they have
Italians.
their first like 2. They each have a hat trick. No, it's a hat trick, and the other one assists on all 3. Yes, that's what it
All right,
is.
let's speed this up. There's a lot of teams. The West is a lot of
Hey,
teams. too.
okay.
So at 2.
Number 2. This is where I'm taking Nicky's way. I believe in him more than he does. Cincinnati at the 2.
Your boys over here is doing the same thing. Cincinnati number 2.
What
think they
is
can-
wrong?
Well done, Nick.
I don't even know what to say.
No, look.
I've been
this is,
reading.
again, so hold on. Jared said that if Messi shows up in Miami, whatever you said, that Messi shows up in Miami, this is all predicated on them keeping that trio together at the
Yeah.
front. Like if
At
any
the
of
front.
those guys get sold,
They
things
can
get
outscore
different.
teams. I think they could win 4-3 all year.
They might not.
You
They
know?
might not have to though. They might not have to though. I think they're going to be much better defensively. There was a significant improvement when Miazga showed up last year, and
Nick, who's
when
your
you get
two?
a full year of Noboda or
Yep.
Nobodo, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I've been reading the hype, and I'm nervous. I'm scared. That's why I put them fourth. I mean, I've seen Doyle's taken to win the East, and as a potential supporter shield.
Oh, that's the kiss of death. Kiss of death. Doyle picked him.
I'm apprehensive. So, and I love what Noonan is doing with this club. So, but
and Albright,
it's cool. It's cool, and yeah, you're right. I agree. Albright too. It's cool to see.
Nick, who's your number 2 for God's sakes? We're trying to go faster.
I don't get to talk about Cincy that much, okay?
Yeah, in the past there's been a reason.
When they finish number 2 in the Eastern Conference,
all right.
Or when they win the whole thing, apparently.
Too bad they made you eat sushi. And Jason shaved his beard.
Oh shoot! I had a team. Oh, I'll take Orlando here.
Okay,
Orlando. Right. Okay, you guys believe in Orlando a little bit more than me, and I think we all have the same number one.
Number 1, Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
No, you're not taking Chicago Fire. I think it's.
Is there any chance?
Is this the chalk of the chalk right here?
It's chalk. Now
they barely lost anything.
It's possible. No, they didn't lose any. I talked to Jim Curtin today on the radio show that I think I have.
You got Jeff Curtin on there?
Just dropping names.
Jeff or Jim Curtin? Which one did you get? Jeff or Jim?
I got Jim, not Jeff.
Okay, just making sure.
They gave me the real one. They gave me Jimmy.
You dropped the C word. I just wanted to make sure I know which one it was.
Jimmy Curtin. Yeah.
Do we revisit this sometime next summer when he becomes the head coach of the U.S. men's national team, or what?
Well, I think this team is built to win, even if he's not there. They play a brand of ball. The guys play together. They didn't lose pieces. I think it's on.
Don't you see them potentially selling some of these players too?
There's a couple potential sales in there.
I mean, Kai Wagner
is a sale potentially.
I think if they're in first place, they maybe don't sell and wait till the winter to sell and get the cup they didn't get last year.
It's possible.